Yo guys, what's going on? So, welcome to the How to Use My Fitness Pal brief overview. I'm going to keep it very simple for you. It's going to be something that you can go back to, hopefully, and work out how to do it so you're not sort of thinking, oh, I'm asking too much questions on how to use the app, or, so come back to here this video if you do struggle, but let's crack into it. So first of all, what you'd need to do is you'd need to go onto your App Store or Play Store, and then on your Play Store, you need to obviously download the MyFitnessPal app. So type in MyFitnessPal, it'll come up with like an Under Armour sign. Download that, create your own profile. It'll just ask you questions about stuff like, your age, weight, things like that. Put the data in. It'll probably ask you to, connect certain apps to it, such as, things like your Fitbit, Apple Watch, things like that. And you are more than welcome to, but sometimes it does affect the goals that we'll put into it. So you don't have to. It'd probably be best if you didn't, whilst you're being coached by myself. But for now, this is what I want you to do from the get-go. So I'll just open up MyFitnessPal, as you can see here on the screen. Very simple. So this is what you'll see when you get it. Now, there's two versions of this. There's MyFitnessPal, the paid version. I do recommend getting that if you can afford it. If not, don't worry. It really doesn't matter. It just makes it a little bit easier to track things. But what the paid version allows you to do is just put things in per gram in terms of your targets. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So this is what you'll see. Now, first of all, what I want you to do is go into this section here, and then you'll see that your goals are here. And you click into your goals, and what you'll see here is starting weight. So ignore all this sort of thing. This is all previously old stats or things I've been messing around with. So ignore my weekly goals and stuff like that. Weight loss and fat loss are completely different things anyway. So we won't be concentrating on MyFitnessPal trying to coach us. So what we're going to do is we're going to click into nutrition goals. Now, nutrition goals, this is what it'll look like now. These are my nutrition goals. Okay. And what we're going to do is, if you've got the unpaid version, and even if you have the paid version, to set your calories, you need to be on the percentages on the macronutrient section. Okay, and here you can set your macronutrients. You see how it's changing the grams of carbs here, 40% to 80 grams of carbs, etc., etc. Okay. Now, these are my macros. So basically what I do is I use the grams because it's the paid version, and it just allows you to edit simple like that. So it's a little bit easier, but if you don't want to pay for that one, by all means, just go on the percentages and put it to as close as you can get. The most important macro to hit is your protein, as it's, especially in a dieting phase, or a weight loss phase even, to burn fat, protein is the most thermogenic macronutrient. So you actually processing that protein is actually aiding in the fat burning process. So, yeah. Okay, so like I say, you put your specific calorie requirements and your macronutrient goals here, but what we'll do is we'll just use this one for now so we can amend the calories. So here we have 45, 35, and 20. Click tick. And then at the top, it'll allow you to select your calories, and you just type them in there. And then if you type them in there, it will automatically sort your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fats for you. And then you go on that, and then you adjust it so it makes the calories pretty much spot on. Okay, so we'll leave that there. Okay, and we'll come off this now. So what you'll be tracking your food on, this is your homepage, is diary. Now, if you click on diary, you can see that I've gone on here and you might see breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. So there's about 4 or 5 things. You can go on the me section again, and then if you go on to where is it now? Settings, and then you go into diary settings. If you click into diary settings, you can actually change the name and add a few more meals in. So it would probably be beneficial if you do that, if you can do that. So then you're not adding onto just the same meal all the time. That's what I used to do before I found out you could do that. So here, as we can see, we've got things like this. So meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. So if we're going to be adding things in, these are just a couple of things I've searched recently. So say for instance, let's put in some breakfast. So we've got some oats. Obviously, you can change the oats before putting them in to how many grams. So we want to be selecting. Obviously, you're not going to have a kilogram of oats. It's quite a bit. But yeah, a gram of oats there, and then you put how many servings of 1 gram, 70. Simple. Put it in, and then add again, and then you might put some whey protein in. This is the one I'm using, bulk powders. Remember, guys, it's worth noting that MyFitnessPal it doesn't work like an app particularly. What it does is I'm running low on battery here. Hopefully, it doesn't run out. What it does though is it works very similar to Wikipedia. So people can put in things into MyFitnessPal. It doesn't always ring true to what the actual macronutrient and calorie content is within that food source. So what you should do is ideally, as I'll show you here, but I've not got anything to scan in at the minute, but you can press the barcode there, and then you put the barcode in front of you, and it will automatically scan in. And then sometimes it will have a little blue tick next to it, and that blue tick means that it's a little bit like Instagram. It's like a verified thing where the manufacturer or the brand has confirmed that is the exact content, and that's the one you should be always aiming to use. Not all of the foods have that, but you just want to double check on the packet and make sure that it looks very much the same. Okay? Yeah, so pretty much it, guys. As you can see, they're my meals for the day. Scanning your foods as you go along. If you've received any skeleton meal plans from me, like a calorie and macro target, and then an idea of what to eat, by all means stick to that if it's easy for you to do that. But have a play around. Remember that we can use macros to our own advantage. So carbs are very much thought to be useful when building in around your training window, so pre, even intra and post workout. So guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions at all, please drop me a message. I'm always here to help, but do try and get the hang of it first. Have a play around and make sure, as you can see at the top here, at the top right here, at the top where it says nutrients remaining, as you're adding these things in, these will go down if you've got the pro version or the paid version. The paid version will then, you'll easily be able to tick off things like that. So that's it, guys. If you have any more questions, like I say, please fire them over via the messaging app. And good luck, guys. All the best. Take care and speak to you soon.